Some people think libraries are just libraries, but many times they have an archive attached to them. Hello, hello. Lorna. Hi, I won't shake your hand because you've got dancing gloves on. You've got all kinds of bits and bobs here in the archive that you've got out for me to pop over and have a look, and these are relevant to, look, that's the first ever copy of the OU newspaper called Sesame, and all kinds of interesting bits and bobs that are relevant. That would be the speakers' engagements for
Betty Boothroyd.
Betty Boothroyd.
Our Chancellor, yes.
Who has now retired very recently.
Yes, but she very kindly donated all her papers and diaries to our collection. So
the archive must be huge and must contain all kinds of stuff that isn't yet available for people. This is a scene from television.
That's right, that's from This Is Your Life with Eamon Andrews and Jenny Lee.
I recognise Eamon Andrews there. That must be Jenny Lee because that's the only woman in the picture. So a lot of this stuff available for the general public?
It is indeed. It is open to the general public and students and researchers.
So anybody who wants to learn not just about the OU but wants to do all kinds of research into all other bits and bobs.
Indeed, that's right. A large part of our archive collection is on particular topics like politics, social studies, women's studies, history, and so on. So we have very fortunate to have a number of unique collections.
And this is this, and this is a mic. Do you want to pick that up and have a rotate?
Yes,
I don't know how delicate it is, but the actual, is this the prototype or the actual one that went out?
This is the actual one that went out to
microscope,
students.
a compact microscope for students to be studying at home.
At home, that's right. It won a design award for that.
That's fantastic, and it looks like the designer made it out of Lego initially, but I'm sure it works a lot better than that.
It does, and in fact you can see it in action in this handbook. This kit handbook came out in 1972.
Dated the same age as me. That looks fantastic. I do love the black and white photography. It's just so timeless, and yeah, I prefer it myself, being a photographer. Speaking of black and white photography, there we have an old picture from, it says at the top.
It's the very first...
Jenny Lee got an honorary degree. That's not what she did it all for, did she? She just wanted to get a cheap degree.
A cheap degree.
All those years of toil.
That's one of the degree ceremonies. We're very keen to get the archive material out on the web for everybody to have a look at and use. And we're in the process of digitising thousands of our photographs that we hold in the collection.
And that would be your job.
Very much.
Do you find yourself just scanning and scanning and scanning and scanning?
Yeah.
Not on that though.
Yeah, on that.
On that? That's
Print
the photographs?
on that, yeah.
And what's this beast of a scanner for?
That's the book scanner, so
Books.
that you don't damage the books and you can scan them.
Okay, well that makes sense. I mean, if I had something like that, actually I've got scanners and I am so bored of scanning that I don't do it anymore. So respect. Oh, you can you not have music on or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
The radio
Oh, no need to hide the radio. Yeah, I think this is the problem when someone says there's someone coming around with a mobile phone to film you. Where do you actually? Surely there must be some kind of acclimatised bits and bobs.
We're very fortunate to have
And this is really handy. You don't have to do much walking. No. No. They want to trap you in one room. That is a seriously big door. Oh well, it's hot out here. It's really hot.
This is our main diesel.
Oh wow. Oh, look at the history.
All our collections.
This is awesome. I've seen these on telly. Can I wind it?
You can do, as long as I haven't got anybody else.
No. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, just helps us to move the things around a bit.
That's great.
So we have all our special collections here, unique papers, photographs.
So this is protected from fire, I imagine. Well, the temperature's going to help that.
Water.
Fire, flood. Oh, it's got flood defences. Stuff would just go down there.
And humidity.
And humidity. So if I've got travel journals from, I don't know, 56 countries that I just stick under my bed. Could I drop them down in a box? I might be famous one day. They'd be safer here, wouldn't they?
They would. We have a problem with storage.
Where's the staff shelf?
What, for old stuff?
No, for your lunch, because it's cool. I mean, this would be the perfect place to...
Perfect place in a heat wave, absolutely.
Why
It's
can't I
amazing.
do all my chin wags in here?
Visitor numbers
Wow,
go up
look
when
at
it, gets really
Illustrated London
hot.
News.
Yes,
These are
this is one
actual
of these
copies.
ones. Yeah, we go back to the early 1800s, I think, if I remember.
Oh, fantastic. These are just amazing. I can't get over how they used to take so much care actually archiving originally by binding the actual publications.
Absolutely. They're works of art in their
What's
own
your
right.
favourite thing in here?
My favourite thing, I think, it looks, is this...
Wow, these are all wrapped up in paper like
yeah,
parcels.
I know it looks a little bit dated now, but this is actually an embroidery that was done. Oh, dust on it. An embroidery that was done to celebrate the 25th anniversary.
The 25th anniversary.
And as
Aren't
we're
we coming up
to the
to
40th now?
Ah.
So we're actually looking back on a little bit of history there.
Oh, so who
as
did that?
well.
Do you know?
I'm afraid I don't have
No
the
idea.
name. Ruth would be able to tell
Someone who
actually.
did an awful lot of work
Yeah.
with a bit of quilting going on there.
Yeah. So there was that, and then.
And why is that your favourite thing? Just because it's like a piece of art?
It's something different. It's a
Yeah.
piece of art. Yeah, and it's
Yeah, you must
something-
get bored of
something
looking at
personal.
text all the time.
Paper,
Yeah.
books, you know, a bit
Yeah.
boring after a while. But this
Yeah.
is actually a way of trying to look at the way the shield developed as well.
Oh, really?
This is the OU shield.
Do you know what? I never
brand.
even thought of it as a shield. I knew it was a
Yeah.
logo, but I
Yeah,
just thought it
it's
was
a
kind of an
shield.
ONU made into a
Yeah.
logo. But of
Yeah.
course, it goes
It's
right
a
back.
shield, and it's the idea is that you've got the window. For,
I love. I would just probably get lost in here reading stuff.
Well, we do occasionally.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Oh, well, you got somewhere lovely to spend your lunch times.
Yes, it's quite.
Thanks very much. I'll be just down here having a read.